especially in cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. So we're seeing more and more young people with who are working a lot, and they have a pet which de-stresses them, relaxes them, and is a companion when they're home after a hard day.
Okay. Which is important things for me to consider when I want to buy a dog or cat? Example, living condition outside of my house or raising costs.
Sure, so there's lots of things to think about when you want to get a pet. So dogs and cats, they both have different needs and different considerations.
Okay.
So if you want to get a puppy, you have to think about where you live, if you have space outside, and what type of breed. Some dogs need a lot of exercise, some dogs are very happy in an apartment.
Yeah, okay.
So you also need to think about all the costs involved, but it's not just buying the pet. So that's just the first cost, but then you have to feed your pet. And we want to feed good quality food. We also have to look after their health, make sure that they're vaccinated, and all of this costs money.
Okay.
So when you're looking at the breed that you want to buy or you want to have in your family, you have to think about the size of your house. You have to think about the costs involved.
Yes.
Some breeds have more health problems than others, which is something to think about. You also have to think about if your lifestyle can accommodate a dog, because they take a lot of time. You need to make sure that you have time to exercise them, time to feed them. And also you have to think about in the future, if you're going to move, maybe you're going to move to an apartment, and some apartments don't accept dogs.
Yes.
So at that time, are you willing to choose your pet over where you're going to live?
Okay. Where can we buy healthy pets?
So it's difficult to tell you exactly where you can buy a healthy pet. What you want to do is you want to ask breed clubs and people who've already got pets where they bought them. And then the most important thing is to look at the pet that you're buying. So the top key thing is to check that you can see the mother and father, because that's a really good sign if they're a responsible breeder. You also want to look at the puppy that you're buying. Is it bright, active, playing, running around? You don't want to buy a puppy if it looks unhealthy.
Okay, yes, we can check. I know that in many countries, people usually adopt a dog or cat in nearby animals rescue center. So we can do it in Vietnam.
Yes, so there are some options, and there are increasingly many charities that help you to adopt pets, and it's a really good choice for many people, and also you're helping a pet that's in need. So the two big ones that I know of in Ho Chi Minh are U Dong Vat and also ARC, which is Animal Rescue Center here in Thao Dien.
What should we have to prepare to welcome a new member to our house?
So when you're bringing in a new member of your family, you have
Yes.
to do lots of things to make sure that the first week goes really smoothly. So the first
week so important.
The first week is really important,
Yes.
because that's when they're learning about a new environment. So you want to make sure that you have enough food for them, and you want to use the food that they were eating before they come to your house. And if you want to change, you can take 1 week to slowly change the food.
Okay.
You need to talk with your family to explain to them who is responsible for walking the dog, who is responsible for feeding the dog, so everyone is clear. And you also need to prepare a nice area with a comfortable bed for your dog, and where you have food bowls and water bowls so that they have a home space.
Nowadays, Vietnamese people really like to raise Alaska Husky, Seymour. These are the dogs that originally live in cold, snowy place. So are there any problems when we raise them in Vietnam?
So actually all of those dogs, Huskies, Samoyeds, they're actually really adaptable to very cold but also very hot conditions.
Yeah, yes.
So you just need to have a few basic things in place, and actually they can do really well here. So you need to make sure that they don't get overheated.
Okay.
Okay, so that means not exercising them in the heat of the day. Also, you need to make sure that you don't cut their hair very short, because actually their hair, although it keeps them hot, it also keeps them cool. So if you shave the hair, they often overheat. So you actually don't want to cut the hair on them.
Yes. The last question. Many people in Vietnam believe that that has enough good for their baby. Yes. That's why they used to give away their best if there is a newborn baby. Can you explain about that?
So this idea about pet hair not being healthy is just not true.
Oh, not true.
Not true at
Yes.
all. And actually, the studies have shown that with babies brought up in a house which has pets, they actually have less allergies and less breathing problems than children from houses where there are no pets. So actually, the opposite is true.
Yes. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, thoạt đầu có vẻ là rất là rắc rối, nhưng mà sau khi nghe anh William giải thích rồi thì hẳn là mọi người cũng phần nào biết cách đặt câu hỏi và tự mình trả lời những câu hỏi đó để có thể lựa chọn và tìm ra một loại thú cưng thích hợp nhất cho mình, đúng không nào? Các bạn biết không, một trong những lợi ích tuyệt vời nhất mà thú cưng đem lại cho con người chính là việc giúp cho chúng ta giải tỏa được tâm lý và những căng thẳng, áp lực trong cuộc sống hàng ngày. Đây là một điều hoàn toàn cần thiết, đặc biệt là đối với những người hoạt động trong lĩnh vực nghệ thuật với nhiều những va chạm. Và ở chuyên mục tiếp theo thì hãy cùng theo chân chương trình ghé thăm nhà của một nam ca sĩ trẻ với những sáng tác được rất nhiều bạn trẻ yêu thích. Bật mí một chút xíu ha, nhìn bạn ấy rất là nam tính mạnh mẽ thế thôi, nhưng lại rất là dễ mũi lòng trước những chú mèo mảnh mai yểu điệu đó nha các bạn.
Giữa con phố dài nắng bao tháng ngày, anh như loay hoay tìm em, trái tim yêu mến vẫn không mỏi mệt, trong mông lung vẫn.
Không như những ca sĩ khác, hầu như có đam mê ca hát từ bé và tham gia rất nhiều cuộc thi. Đại Nhân tình cờ đến với con đường ca hát bằng một cuộc thi văn nghệ ở trường và bất ngờ đoạt giải. Với những sáng tác đầy tính trữ tình lãng mạn, hòa cùng giọng ca trầm ấm của mình, Đại Nhân luôn là cái tên ca sĩ trẻ được nhiều khán giả trẻ yêu thích cho đến ngày nay.
Phải đau thương bao nhiêu lần để yêu